Hey guys, it's Kerima and welcome back to another weekend reset cleaning video. We're starting out in the kitchen because as you can see, it's pretty bad. It's not the worst it's ever been, but it's worse than it's been lately. And all I can say is this week has really been a week. It's been the most eventful week that I've had in a long time.
Our lines cross. We're wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something.
I also wanted to say thank you to everyone for all the thoughts and prayers about my mom. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what's going on at the end of the video, but I just wanted to say thank you. Your prayers have been really needed and greatly appreciated.
Do you feel the same way?
I also wanted to welcome any new subscribers and any new watchers who are considering subscribing. I share a lot of cleaning content and just working mom motivation, so if you're into that, please subscribe to my channel.
This wouldn't have ended with broken hearts, 'cause I don't wanna waste my time. Same way, then don't pretend that everything's okay. Don't string me along the way you do. Just let me get over you. Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you. This wouldn't have ended with broken hearts, 'cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. I don't wanna waste my time, no. Maybe you don't wanna know.
So honestly, I have been doing a really good job maintaining my kitchen and dishes during the week. I've got a nice little routine going for myself now that I'm a 9 to 5 worker. But again, like I said, this week has been crazy with my mom being in the hospital. I've been leaving the house between 7 and 8 every morning and not coming home until between 8 and 9 at night. So I've been exhausted. I'm pretty much out all day. We had no groceries this week. No cleaning really got done much this week. We've been eating out every single day, pretty much for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's been a hectic week to say the least. But like I said, I'm going to go into more detail at the end of the video with a little sit down update. But it's been a lot going on. I'm so proud of my daughter. She's such a big girl. She's going to be 14 this year, which is crazy, but she's been helping me tremendously just with caring for her brother while I'm trying to take care of my mom in the hospital, and their dad too. Gotta give him a shout out too, because he's really been kind of feeding them and keeping them together. He's not much of a cook, so he makes sure, that they eat something. But I appreciate all the help that I'm getting right now because it's been really rough for me.
No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh, I have seen
But I definitely needed to take a little time this weekend to get my house in order and to get some food in the house. I didn't put the grocery haul in this video, but I did end up going grocery shopping, and I wanted to get the kitchen clean so that I could cook a meal for the kids, because my babies don't deserve to live like this. It is, it's tough times right now, so they're troopers, but I definitely needed to get in before it got out of control. So I'm cleaning out my microwave. I'm gonna clean off the stove, get this whole kitchen together.
Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why I'm always feeling homesick. Places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you.
Don't wanna sleep tonight at all. Just wanna watch them stars fall. But you don't wanna try to make up dreams just to be seen. I wanna lay here beside you, oh quiet. Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know, it's where we go. I grow wings and tell her goodbye. Oh, it's not what we see, it's what we choose to be. Sunflowers, high grass and bare feet. Oh, but you each second is a treat. I keep my balance next to you. It's true. Nowadays there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know, it's where we go. I grow wings and tell her goodbye. It's not what we see, it's what we choose.
So I did pick up these stuffed Atlantic salmon portions from Aldi, and I'm gonna make us a quick lunch with this.
Never been so ready. Fire breath.
So I'm keeping it super simple. I'm just gonna put the fish on a piece of foil and season it pretty well and cook it in the air fryer for about 12 minutes. I used some salt, pepper, Old Bay seasoning, and maybe some onion and garlic powder.
It's what we choose to be. Fire breath and open sky.
I did film this video on a Sunday, so I'm trying to watch my church service. I did tell you guys I found a new church home, but with everything going on, I have missed church the last 2 weeks, including today. I'm filming this voiceover today, February 11th, on Sunday, and it's going to get posted today as well. But, you know, taking care of the kids and spending pretty much all day at the hospital with my mom, we've just been watching church virtually.
The brightest sky I have ever seen, the most colorful one like a dream.
So here's how lunch turned out. The serving size is 1/2 of the salmon, so me and Chloe split one. I just put a little balsamic glaze on top of it, and I had mine with a salad, and Chloe had a small salad and a little bit of rice with hers. So I am on a little bit of a health journey, but this salad dressing is not it. I tried it because it's only 35 calories. I will spare the 50 to 110 calories for some regular dressings because that did not taste good to me. And Kingston did eat as well. He just doesn't eat this kind of food.
I confess, I'll let you in on everything, even the fact that I'm obsessed with you. I hope I don't scare you too much, babe. I wish to flatter, not alienate. Since I met you, my life's like a train, running smooth, I've been made for you. And when no one is listening, I confess, I'll let you in on everything, even the fact that I'm obsessed, the fact that I'm obsessed with you. With you. So when no one is listening, I confess, I let you in on everything, even the fact that I'm obsessed with you. And when no one is listening, I confess, I'll let you in on everything, even the fact that I'm obsessed with You can't turn the tide, let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide.
So I was also able to get a couple of loads of laundry done. I did wash all of Kingston's clothes, and I got our towels and sheets done. So here you'll see me folding up the towels. The rest of the clothes, I'm gonna be honest, did not get folded because I needed to head out, but I did get some laundry done.
Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody's waiting down the line to pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright. I can feel the sun and how the wind makes way across the fields. Let me take a breath. Let me be a part of something real.
friend. All you as a friend. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody's waiting down the line to pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Waiting down the line. So don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody's waiting down the line to pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright. There will be someone waiting down the line.
I feel it coming, I feel it taking control. It's the hurt I imagine from us to nothing. There's something missing you stole, and it's a little tragic. I know I'm better off living without your love, but time and again my thoughts go back to when we were crazy kids with a lot of feelings. I'm too proud to beg and too numb for stealing. When I rode with you, it was all downhill, and losing control was a part of that thrill. A part of me still wants you.
So this was another thing that I needed to get done. Chloe's been wearing braids most of the school year, so she did take her braids out over the weekend, and I needed to get her hair detangled and washed so she could look decent going back to school on Monday. So now I'm just getting to detangling her hair. I am trying to teach her how to do her hair, but Chloe, you guys seen Chloe's hair in many videos before. She has a lot of hair, and to be honest with you, when I was 13 years old and I had natural hair, I could not do my own hair. It was just too much for me. I wasn't able to do my own hair until I got a relaxer at 14 when I went to high school. So I am trying to teach her, but I don't expect it to be easy for her. So I will continue to do her hair until she gets it together. But she has she has a lot of hair, not unusual amount, but she just has really thick, full hair. So it's hard for her to do. She had her braids in for a long time, probably over 2 months, which I try not to do. So she had a lot of breakage because her hair was dry, but still a ton left on her head. And you'll also notice that it looks a little shorter. Well, it's natural in its natural state right now, but when I blow it out, you'll notice that it looks a little shorter because I did trim it. I trimmed a lot because she had a lot of damaged ends, and I just wanted to get them all off. I do need to take her to a professional because I just cut it straight across, and now her hair is even thicker at the end. It does need to be like tapered up, I guess, because it is so thick at the bottom. You're going to see it in the next coming clips, but I'm doing the best I can to take care of my baby girl's hair.
A part of me still wants you. A part of me still wants you.
If I am lost
along the way. If I wander off onto a different trail, will you forgive me?
So this is her hair after it was washed and blow dried. Looking at it now, I guess it doesn't look a lot shorter, but Chloe's hair was almost all the way down to her butt. So now it's kind of like mid-back, and if you can see, I just cut it straight across to get those damaged ends off. But the end of her hair, you'll see when I put in a ponytail, it is just like chopped. It's really thick, so I do want to take her to someone professional to like even that out a little better and taper it up so it's not this just big mop looking ponytail.
If I do, if I cry when I'm blue, through wind and through rain, through trouble and pain.
Hey guys, so I wanted to come on camera and I guess give you guys a little update of what has been going on this last week. So if you watched my video last weekend, you saw at the end of the video, I didn't really get to finish everything I had planned for that video because I ended up taking my mom to the hospital. That was last week, Friday. And today is Sunday, February 11th. So this is real time. So it's been a week. My mom is still in the hospital. And a lot has happened over this week. So for one, she had a stroke. This is not my mom's first time having a stroke. So I was quite aware of what was happening. But clearly this is more severe than her previous stroke. And also, if you're new here, I am a registered nurse, so I'm well versed in a lot of things medical. So again, just very aware of what was going on. So I took her to the hospital on Friday. She had, small signs of stroke, but still functional, still moving. By Monday, she was paralyzed on one side of her body. So the stroke had really affected her. It was a pretty bad one. And at this point, she needed total care. The facility that she was at, I'm not going to go into all the detail, but it was not a great facility. It's a city hospital for one. And to be honest with you, the only reason why I took her there is because it was the closest hospital to her. And again, I'm from New York. I'm not from Texas. I live in North Dallas now, but I'm not familiar with all the healthcare systems here personally. I mean, I've only worked for one healthcare system here. So that is the one that I'm most familiar with. But, my mom was having a stroke, so I didn't choose to drive 30 minutes to my facility. I drove her 8 minutes to the closest facility, and it was probably one of the biggest mistakes that I've ever made in my life. The care there was not up to par on any standard, and trust me, I've reported it, and I spoke to all the people that I needed to speak to because it didn't make any sense. A person should not have to have my level of knowledge or a family member with my level of knowledge to get appropriate care. And that's what it felt like. It just basically felt like my mom wasn't going to get the kind of care that she needed unless I was present. So long story short, I had to fight like hell to get her transferred out of that facility. And I'm so grateful to some of my own coworkers. It was actually one of the physicians that I work with at my facility that helped me get my mother transferred to a better facility. So currently she's at the other facility, much better care there, but things are still not going according to plan. Yeah. So she was doing okay there. And it was I'm gonna call y'all back because this is not what I do. I was filming that last clip on my phone, but I feel like it's a little shaky. Excuse me. So I don't even remember what was the last thing I was saying, but she's okay. I don't want to give the wrong impression. At the moment, she's okay. I think, so just a little more. She had the stroke. The goal at this point was to medically manage and get her to an inpatient rehab so that she could get, therapy to kind of regain her function, her functions. That was the plan. Just get the medical management, stabilize her, and get off to rehab. And that was going well. She's in a new facility. They're taking very good care of her. And that was the plan. Because the stroke had affected her entire left side completely, she's having difficulty swallowing, which is, expected with stroke. It happens sometimes. But so much so that she can't maintain her nutrition. She can't take her medication. So the next plan was to get a feeding tube placed. We tried the NG tube, but my mom had an accident many years ago where her neck is fused. So she doesn't have mobility of her neck. She hasn't had mobility of her neck for almost 10 years now. So, and she still functioned fine. She just can't really turn her neck. And because of that, and the fact now that she can't swallow, it's very difficult to insert a nasal feeding tube into a patient who has no neck mobility and can't swallow, because that's what helps the nurse get the feeding tube down. So we decided to do a G tube, which is inserted directly into the stomach through the abdomen. So that was the plan. And typically that can be done through, endoscopically. A GI doctor can put an endoscope down the throat and insert it with a needle. So it's like, it's an invasive procedure, but it's not like a massive surgery or anything like that. They tried that and they were unsuccessful because of, my mother's anatomy just didn't make it safe. The doctor really tried. She really did all that she could do. And they've been very attentive to me, I guess because they know that I'm a nurse and that I work in the healthcare system. I probably get a lot more attention and information than your typical family member. But she tried, but she couldn't do it safely because she could not visualize the space, the needle that they used to insert the tube with. She couldn't visualize it. So if she did try, she would have been trying blindly, and obviously she could have harmed my mom. So she did not do that. So basically it needed to be done surgically. Sorry, you guys, I'm looking out the window and this guy is walking his dog and I don't see no bags to pick up no poops. But if he poop in my lawn and don't pick up the poop, I'm definitely going outside, because we're not going to do that. Okay, I feel like this is getting drawn out. So basically she had to get it done surgically. A general surgeon was going to have to insert the tube and do it laparoscopically, because you need to be able to visualize where you're putting the tube so that it's in the right place in the stomach, and you're not perforating bowel and causing injury. So that was the plan. I was a little disappointed in that, because now my mother was going to have to be put to sleep, a breathing tube, because this is a surgery. But at the end of the day, she needs the feeding tube. At this point, she hadn't had any nutrition in 7 days. In none of her pills, no nutrition in 7 days. She was getting IV medications to offset the pills that she wasn't getting, but no nutrition in a week. So they do the surgery. Because of the fusion in my mom's neck, intubation was very difficult, and I tried to warn them of that. But I guess, they took it with a grain of salt, and afterwards came to me to explain how difficult it was. And I'm looking at the doctor like, so when I told you her neck was fused and she had no mobility, did you think I meant like I was exaggerating or something? But whatever, they got it done. The problem is it caused so much trauma in the airway that after the procedure, you technically should be able to pull the tube right when the procedure is done. They couldn't safely pull her breathing tube because she had trauma in the airway, so there was going to be like a lot of edema, swelling in the airway. And if you pull her tube and her throat swells up, she can't breathe, and they would have to emergently put it back in, and it's already difficult. So they decided to leave it in. That was on Friday. The goal was to give her 24 hours to let the swelling go down. Now this upgraded her to ICU, so now she's in intensive care unit because she's on a ventilator that's breathing for her. And she was supposed to be there for a day, 24 hours. They were going to do 24 hours of steroids to help decrease the swelling in the airway. Well, now it's Sunday, and there's still lots of swelling in her airway, and the tube, they can't get the tube out. And I think that is where I get upset, because, I mean, she's okay. But sometimes being a medical professional is like a gift and a curse, because I appreciate having the knowledge so that I can advocate for my mom to make sure that she gets the best care that she needs and deserves. But sometimes you just know too much. I really don't like crying on camera. It's so embarrassing. But I just need to get this out. Sometimes knowing too much is scary, because I know the dangers of being ventilated too long. And it is, I'm not saying that 2 days is too long, but for one, it was unexpected. It wasn't something she was supposed to need in the first place. So that was already upsetting. And I'm seeing the difficulties that they're having getting her extubated. Usually on a couple of hours, a patient on a couple of hours of steroids, there's significant decrease in the swelling, and that is just not working out for her. And I am scared of her being on a breathing tube for a prolonged amount of time, because it's just a setback for her, and it's dangerous. I know anybody who works in the ICU, if you're an ICU nurse, you know what I'm talking about. So sometimes that is where I battle with myself. I try to not go overboard. I try not to forward think like, Kerima, this is not your patient, this is your mom. But I just know there's one or two ways this can go, and that scares me. We're not there yet. But also, she's been in bed for 9 days now, and she's just getting weaker and weaker. Every day a person is in bed, you lose a lot of muscle mass and ability to move. And now she's intubated and sedated, so she's not moving at all. She was getting PT, physical therapy, once a day, and now she's intubated and sedated, so she's not getting physical therapy at all. So I'm just a little concerned. Again, she is very stable, and there is nothing critical going on at the moment aside from the ability of getting the tube out. But it's scary. It's a lot, But that's the update. So I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on, and to ask you to keep praying, and to let you know that I really, really appreciate your prayers. They mean a lot to me, because right now that's all I got. So, the goal right now is just to get her extubated, to get the breathing tube out and get her breathing safely on her own. So if you want to pray for that, it will be greatly appreciated. I'm going to go. It is about, what time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. So the kids are up. I'm going to go feed them some breakfast so I can head to the hospital and see what's going on today. And I'll keep you guys updated on, how things are going. But yeah, it's been a rough week. I've been sleeping very little this entire week. Actually, last night was the most sleep I got, so I feel so much better today. But keep us in your prayers, guys. please do. It's greatly appreciated. As always, I appreciate your support. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.